Good day everyone, we are the Group 5 from BSHM 2C at Aklan State University, Calibo Campus. I am Angeline Alfaro together with my fellow reporters, Jessie Marciales and Christine Nicole Tolentino, and we will be discussing about the Gender and Societies Chapter 8, the Gender Interests and Needs. The discussion is composed of the following section. Number 1, Gender Interests and Needs in Development. 2, Gender Interest. 3, Gender Needs. 4, Strategic Gender Needs. And lastly, Challenges for the Fulfillment of Gender Needs in the Philippines. At the end of this chapter, the student should be able to identify the difference between gender interests and needs, give example of gender needs and explain how policy can be made responsive to these needs, and discover his or her own strategic practical gender needs. Now that you know our lesson, let's dive into our discussion. Let's begin. Gender interests and needs in development. The previous chapter pointed out the needs to restructure the current model of development and world economies to become more sustainable and friendly. Why? There is a need to restructure the current development and economic models to be more sustainable and inclusive. Empowerment of women. Women's empowerment, particularly for the poor and marginalized, is crucial for sustainable human development. Importance of feminine values. Care-oriented and socialized feminine values should be recognized and integrated into development programs. Challenges in development programs. Policies and programs are often imposed on women without fully understanding their context and needs. And, according to Caroline Moser in her landmark book, The Gender Planning and Development Theory, Practice and Training, Moser categorized women's needs into two. Women are not a homogeneous group. Development program often assumes all women are the same needs, but factors like culture, religion, and social economic status create significant differences. Distinguish gender interests and needs. Effective development training must differentiate between a woman's gender interest and gender needs.
Good day everyone, my name is Jessie Marciales and I will going to discuss to you about the gender needs and gender interests. First is the gender needs. Practical gender needs while gender interests are important in gender analysis. These interests should be translated into needs in gender planning. Similar to gender interests, gender needs are of two types, the practical and strategic. Practical gender needs in terms of planning are not necessarily feminist in content. Practical gender needs are concerned with women's immediate needs for survival, nutrition, living conditions, healthcare, and employment. These needs are formulated from women's lived experiences, are immediately perceived necessities, and are identified by women themselves in their specific context.
Hello everyone, I am Christine and I am going to talk about the strategic gender needs. So, strategic gender needs arise from a woman's gender interest due to her socialized gender role and subordinate position in society. These needs are rooted in gender inequality issues such as lack of political representation, unfair division of labor, violence against women, and unequal pay. Addressing these needs, particularly in areas like domestic violence, requires creating laws to protect women. Now let's move on to challenges for the fulfillment of gender needs in the Philippines. The Philippines has adopted gender mainstreaming in policies and programs, but its gender literature primarily recognizes only male and female genders, assuming a direct correlation between sex and gender. This approach overlooks the existence of LGBT individuals and those who don't fit into traditional gender roles. Additionally, it equates gender needs with women-specific needs and lacks clear definition of gender and women, as seen in the Magna Carta of Women, which disregards LGBT individuals. Gender mainstreaming policies also group women into a single category, failing to acknowledge the diverse needs of women based on factors such as religion, class, race, nationality, and age, despite specific laws for certain groups like Muslim, indigenous, and women with disabilities.